This is Eric J coming at you with street news. No, we ain't professional and neither is this story. Around 12:27 a.m., 16-year-old Kalecia Williams was found shot to death in a room at a downtown Atlanta hotel. Officers on the scene said when they found Kalecia, she was not conscious or breathing, and it was clear that she had suffered a gunshot wound to the groin area. A 16-year-old male suspect, who cannot be identified because of his age, have been arrested and charged with felony murder and sexual assault. Investigators said the shooting happened after the two got into an argument.
Her loved one spoke exclusively to Newsred reporter Alex Whitler, begging police to consider others who could be responsible for the teen's death.
Family says they're baffled as to why 16-year-old Kalecia Williams, or Pinky as they called her, never made it out of the Hyatt Regency alive. They say she was supposed to be at a chaperoned event at an Airbnb, and they believe the shooter isn't the only person responsible for her life being cut short. Most people were desperate to get out of the house when a strange virus forced them to stay home, but not Pinky.
I said, Pinky, you need to go outside to get some air. No, man, I'm good. As long as I got my Wi-Fi and my Netflix.
Relatives say 16-year-old Kalecia Williams, known as Pinky,
it fitted her well. It fitted her very well.
Was a notorious homebody who loved being around family. That's why her parents allowed her to attend what they thought would be a quiet holiday party.
She's supposed to be at an Airbnb with a couple of more friends from school and the mother. They'd have done this once before, so we was a little comfortable of letting her go the second time. And we spoke to the mother, and she said she was going to be there.
Pinky's parents say there was never an Airbnb. The Crawford Long student left for the party around 9 p.m. Saturday, the day after Christmas. Her parents didn't know when they went to sleep around midnight their daughter was taking her last breath, shot in a hotel room at the Hyatt Regency on Peachtree Street.
You know, you see it, but you never think it'll hit home. And not Pinky. Not Pinky.
They say they didn't know something was wrong until authorities called them at 9 a.m. the next day.
As a parent, you're supposed to pick up the phone and call that parent.
Atlanta police say she and a teenage boy were the only ones inside the room at the time of the shooting. They say the two were acquaintances and could have gotten into an argument. Her parents say something doesn't seem right.
She wasn't out in the streets. She don't go nowhere.
The teenage boy was arrested. He's facing a sexual assault charge, among others, as the girl who loved being home never made it back.
Listen, I believe Kalecia parents are hurting. I believe Kalecia parents deserve answers. But I also believe that Kalecia parents are not being truthful about the events leading up to their daughter's untimely death. And the parents of the friend said there was never a party. Kalecia lied to her father to get out of the house and meet a boy, and in the process of her doing so, she lost her life. Let's be real parents for a second. Some of y'all might agree with this. The father said he spoke to his daughter friend mama on the phone, and she told him that she would be a chaperone. She told him that she would be there with the children, and he believed her. Well, why did you let your daughter leave the house without her friend mama come and pick her up? She told you that she would be a chaperone. She told you that she would be there. So when you didn't see her, that should have been the first red flag that somebody's lying. Listen to me. My 16-year-old daughter ain't walking out this house until you blow your horn outside and I stick my head out the door and physically see you, or you walk up to my front door and ring my doorbell or knock. My 16-year-old daughter ain't going nowhere by herself, and she ain't going nowhere with her 16-year-old friends neither, without an adult. Listen, some situations can be avoided. Now listen, the questions we should be asking is, who name was the room in? Because somebody had to use a credit card. Kalecia was 16. The boy who took her life was 16. They were both underage, so we know it was neither one of them. And to the father, I'm not blaming you, sir. It's not your fault that you was lied to. There's no perfect parents. We all make mistakes. And you not making sure your daughter left the house with who she said she was leaving with was your mistake. Listen, in the book of James, the scripture says, "For we all stumble in many ways, and if anyone does not stumble in what he says, he is a perfect man." Look here, we all stumble. Nobody's perfect. Not me, not you, and neither is the people that's listening to me tell this story. Again, I just want to say, thank everybody for tuning in with me, for rocking out with me, for getting through these hard stories. But at the end of the day, is a message behind all of it. Peace.